Hello. Hello. Can you hear me all right? I'm here. I'm on the internet. It's a Tuesday, and I'm here. I missed you. I am going to be doing some fan art today. I've got this character that I thought was cool. I've this artist that I've liked for a bit. Made another character. They're prolific with making characters, and I thought it'd be a really fun project to do. A little fan art stream kind of thing of that. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, hello. I tried doing, we're seeing, okay, so I'm trying to add in, I added in that timer ahead of time, but it looks like I'm dropping frames like crazy, and I'm not sure if it, me adding in stream elements made this bad or not, because it was great last time, and now it's like really bad connection. I'm dropping frames like crazy. And I've never had that issue before until I added that today. So I don't know. Maybe if it looks okay, then cool. If not, then I'll cry more later. It seems like it's looking okay on this stream side of stuff, but it's impossible to know. It's all crazy to me. So let me know if it's weird, if it looks fine, etc. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my other video iPad capture here. Wow, it worked. And I want to make her. She's cool. Look how cool she is. She's cool. And I thought it would be kind of fun to figure out how to do this. There's a lot of stuff. Visual choppy, cool. Yeah, I mean, it says I'm dropping frames, and I do not know why it would do this. I might just delete this other source. Remove this source. Yeah, let's remove that source. See what happens if I get rid of the stream elements aspect of stuff. Because I added that thingy, and it does like, it pulls it in from a website and whatever. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering what is going on here, because it's bad. It's bad. I can see how choppy this is right now. So let me see if I can kill this application. Stream elements. Log out. Let's just see if maybe this will help. No, now it just got rid of all of my scenes. Cancel. View. Reset UI. Oh my God. Oh no, I ruined everything. I want to see, oh, I can't even see my scene anymore. I literally cannot see my scenes anymore. I cannot see what's happening with me. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm closing OBS. All right, is this any better? We're gonna try this, because maybe it was just Streamlabs being horrible. It could have just been that. I see that it's not showing my thing. That is probably just, my iPad just needs to be reset again. I really wish there was a better way that I knew of to just reset my inputs, because sometimes it just forgets and you're like, oh, well, that's kind of important to know. But looking at the stream health, it is much happier now. So who knows? Who knows? I can't see the chat anymore. That's not useful, but God, I hate technology. Okay, I can see the chat. If I go to a separate window, I open the YouTube video. In that window, I can see the chat. I no longer can see it in OBS, which is cool. There should be a chat. Where did the chat go? View. None of the problem with OBS for me is that none of the things make sense. Like the wording doesn't make sense. There we go. Okay, I've got the chat up now. I'm truly a gamer. All right, cool. I am done with this. I'm going to start playing around and making shapes. Let's see, make my camera's in a good spot for me to look down and not at the camera ever. Actually, probably should just lower the camera. I don't use the higher camera options. All right, we're gonna start by just kind of giving her a size. Validate, and we'll just move her, give her kind of a size. So she's gonna be about yay big. Torso. Boop. Wow, that totally did not do anything right. That's fine. Cool. And then we'll add in a cylinder. Oh yeah, that looks much happier, but I still am definitely dropping frames. So maybe it's not the OBS or Streamlabs, maybe it's just my internet being bad, because I know that the internet just in this area sucks and regularly is poop. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's just that. That looks good. And we'll add another, probably make it a little bit wider like that. Validate it. And then we'll maybe like move like that. I kind of want to grab you. All right, so I said in my something or another that I would talk a little bit about one of the cool things that's going on right now. So Aura, I talked to you a little bit about this already, actually. First one is the Taskmaster concept. I did get an email back from FC about potentially doing it. So that could be cool. They would be on board. I just need to now start nailing down more details specifically. So I got to figure out who's the contestants and how we're pre-filming, because that's the biggest complication to all of it. And then the second part is, that's not related to that whatsoever, is I want to do, I'll add in a tube. I want to do, this is kind of like a weird side project. But I want to do, been thinking a lot about doing a YouTube video on history of fursuit making stuff. And specifically, like, I know it's not a huge long-term field, you know, it's not been around forever, but something along the lines of, let me actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this image, transform, I'm gonna move it right to the center. Actually, I wonder if I turn it this way, will this be easier? It might be easier for me to work on it vertically. I've never done vertically here. I'll do that. Cool, I like that. And then we're gonna go in here, I'm gonna zoom in, start there, and we're gonna add the view here. Cool. Now we have a rough view. All right. So yeah, my thought is I wanted to do a history of fursuit making video, and that is going to be primarily from the 90s and 2000s. Right now, I messaged a few different people that I know that are makers or have history with making, that kind of stuff. And so now I'm just like, let me just profile. I want this to be round, but I want it to be like, yeah, focusing on history of making, early both the fandom itself and in like the practices, like how people did stuff, that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Like right now I'm in like very much so information gathering mode. So what happens, what I learn is cool, but I'm not expecting to like have the thing laid out by, you know, as soon as possible or whatever. I think we can do another one right in here. It's like a bit bigger. Yeah, but that seems like a project that's going to take me well over a year. So I'm not like rushing to get it done like as soon as possible or anything. I'm just going to take my sweet ass time and slowly work through what I got to do to make it work. So yeah, that's the kind of goal. It's kind of a weird project, but I've got a few people I've messaged already and a lot of fursuit makers, and we'll see if anybody wants to help or whatever long term with that. But it seems like a cool project and kind of a neat way to give back to the fandom in a way, I guess. All right, this looks pretty good. I think we just like, can I just mirror you? And then we'll take this, we'll take it in here. And validate the mirrors on instance. This is one of them. This is the other. We'll gizmo up this one in its entirety by pivoting the gizmo down here like that, and then do that. You're good. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then pivot that one forward. Cool. And I'm gonna How have you been doing, Aura? Projects? What kind of projects? Ooh, videos and dancing things. That's fun. I did. TK found a K-pop dancing class last time. Hello, welcome in. Hi, thanks for joining. TK found a K-pop dancing class, and it's like 20 minutes from us. So we were chatting about it over the weekend, and I was like, I'm going to join you, and I did, and it was great. It was a really cool thing. I'm glad I did it. It was very hard. I was worried that I was going to be the oldest person there, and I wasn't, so that was nice. Hello. Hi, Wing. So yeah, that was a really cool experience. I was out of my comfort zone. It was very difficult, but it was really cool at the same time. So I was very happy I ended up going. I think this looks pretty good. I want to crease some light crease in there would probably be good. What's going on here? What's happening? Oh. What did I do? Yay, that's cool. I like hearing that. Hello. Yeah, it's what I'm really doing it for. I really want just to help other people kind of get over that, because it's also like just helping me. Like for me, it's like a little bit of accountability. Like the streaming is helping me keep practicing and trying new things and doing stuff that as an ADHD person, sometimes it's hard for me to find accountability when I'm doing that kind of stuff. So it's nice to like lean into it and get a little bit of extra like help with that. And then the classes and stuff have been really fun. I really want to start working on my next video, which I think is just going to be the next one. I think I've been writing up a little video redoing TPU printing stuff, because it's been 2 years since I made that video, I think now, or a year. No, it's been 2 years since I made that video, and it's a useful video still, but I've learned a lot since then. So it'd be nice to like kind of go over some of that and update the knowledge that I have, the resource that I have. Keep the old video up, but like just talk about how I solve some weird problems. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because there's a lot of things that I'm like, I've tried new print materials. I've even got a couple of new print materials that I just got in that I want to try playing with. So I just have to set up some more tests and play around with things and see what I feel is better or whatever. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to like playing around with that a little bit more. And then the next one I want to do is on foam body pod making. I've done a few suits where I use body pods instead of like foam pods that are like inch thick foam. And I want to play around with making the foam, I want to make a video on how I do it. Because I think it's a really interesting method, and you can use 3D printing and scanning to kind of make things work in a cool way. So I'm hoping to use that to kind of like as a way to just a second, let me get this baked. Yay, baking. But yeah, using a 3D printed mini and patterning from that to create a pattern for making foam pods. And I find the foam pods are really easy to make, though they're a little chemically gross, but there's some ways around that. But they're a nice, lighter way to make really unique body shaping. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the settings are the hardest part about TPU. It is so frustrating. Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, I am definitely looking forward to like making more videos like that. Those are the two that I want to make before the end of the year, is the new TPU video and a video on the foam pod base making. Yeah, this is an artist named, not Henry, Herney, I think. But they're very awesome. They do a lot of really cute sketches, art, comics, stuff like that. I've been following them on Instagram and then Blue Sky for a bit. And they just do they have really cute characters. Their style is really fun, and I've been wanting to draw the other character, this little guy, or this girl down here, Jolene, who's like a shark, that is adorable. There's a lot of great little scenes with them, and I thought it would be fun to try my hand at making a shark character, maybe in response to the dragon character I did a little while ago. Thank you. I'm glad they've been helpful. I want to do more. I just having it's always hard to find time to make them because they take a lot of effort. I have a bunch of little ones I want to do, but the short format video becomes a little bit harder sometimes to make. But yeah. Let's do the shoes. How am I going to do that? I think it's just like, it's just like 2 tubes. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it as proper tubes here. Let's do add another tube this way. Turn off the snap. Shrink them down. Yeah, cool. Let's see. Yeah. I'd rather you take your time with videos. Yeah. Thank you. I mean, I like one of the fun things is just like trying out new things with each one too. Like it's a really fun challenge. Like I really enjoyed like learning to edit videos and everything. So it's cool. It's a very cool process. Okay, that looks good. I think the next one we'll add is a sear. I'm gonna put this under that tube. I'll join those together in the same group. Actually, no, we'll group them together. We'll add a group, and then that one and this one will go together. And where we can just copy it, and then this will move down and over here and do a little turn of it. Shrink it down this way. This way. And that way. Probably good. Cool. And then I'm going to just validate that and move things around. Probably actually just go like in here, grab the left side here, and then like trim with a lasso tool, like go like that. Boop. And then move. Drag. A small drag. I like that. That looks pretty good for right now. Drink this down and grab some more boot, make it more boot shape. I'm gonna validate that, and then I'm gonna merge the two of these together. And remesh. Same. Oops. No, remesh. Same, but without the symmetry. That looks better. Cool. Looking pretty good. Well, this heel's a little funky, but smooth out maybe. Drag this out. A brush, dynamic topology. Small but aggressive little. Something like that, and then we'll crease in a heel. Actually, flatten first, and then we'll crease in the heel. No dynamic. I have been sculpting, I think pandemic is when I started sculpting. And then I just kind of like got more into it in the last 2 or 3 years, like more seriously, with like cosplay stuff. Like, I think probably 2 years ago, I think is when I really got into it heavy. Like, why are you, what's going on here? Put your dynamic topology on this, clean it up. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, cool. We're flattening out the tops of these things. And then, so that's, I started doing more then, and then the last, I've just been like, I think with the video, when I started to do the Nomad Sculpt videos was when I was really starting to get super serious with it. And a lot of it was just because like I had tried learning Nomad Sculpt from other people on videos, and it felt like there was a gap between like what I was trying to do with like cosplay-y things and stuff like that, and what I was seeing like from other people. So I kind of was like, okay, well, let's, how would I teach this? And so I actually basically recorded the video twice, taking what I learned from doing it for the first time and making it the second time. And it worked a lot better that way. Let me flatten this again. Actually, can I put the face groups on and flatten it? That might be better. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. And a lot of it's just trial and error and figuring it out and practicing, and most of my confidence just comes like from I kind of in the like make aggressive mistakes camp, like learn from making aggressive mistakes, because that's the best way to learn, is just repeatedly fail until you get it right. But that like ability to like make those mistakes is kind of important. And it's been a little bit helpful for me as a maker, is just like understanding that failure is part of the process. And it's kind of like what I hope to like inspire other people with in a way, because I find it to be the best thing that I ever learned was just being comfortable with making mistakes, because that's just part of part of creative processes. And embracing that and like showing that, like, it's weird because like I feel like a lot of the Instagram-y, like modern social media shows so much perfection without showing the reality of like making mistakes and learning and all that kind of stuff. That looks pretty good. I think this is a little bit funky. I think I can move, make this big and like kind of shrink it up and funk with things a little bit. Yeah, I get it. And like, not everything needs to be shown to people. Like, not everything needs to be photo ready. There's just like, there's so many. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to like learn, and it's okay to like. I think building in mistakes to your process can be really important too. So, yeah. A lot of the fursuits I make, I'll often just redo entire sections of them just because like I didn't like the first wave of it, and so I just decided to do it again and again until I get what I want. That looks pretty good. I think I want to like, can I like rotate it? Aren't you gizmo? Where's the gizmo at? Why aren't you gizmoing that? Huh. There we go. Weird, it moved off into the, I bet it was just, better. I think that looks nicer. Okay. That looks pretty good. Not perfect, but it's fine. Cool. All right, cool. I like that. I'm gonna just copy paste this to the other side and hopefully we can make it work. Clone, mirror. It's the butt. Butt to. Cool. And then this one. Separate you. Separate and delete. Delete that. This is getting, it's baking it. Can we move origin? Oops. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna need to be changed quite a bit. So we're gonna grab, move. We got here. Ooh, that's gross. Move, aggressively move. I don't know if I have. I haven't. Let's see, is the tube tool? Let's see what I got going on here. I don't think I've done any new changes to anything yet in a bit. Going to do the thing where I make this go big down, and then I'll redo the bottom with the trim tool. Let's solo this so we can hide that. I'm going to trim tool. Like this. Polygon, just to simplify. I bet I could go in and make this even better, but that looks much nicer. Cool. Happy with that. Let's remesh, and then do my crease around the outside. Pretty good. Recrease this section. I might add laces eventually, but we'll see what happens. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I've been playing with, so I recently, actually, let me grab it real quick. I don't know if you saw my, oh, if I have it vertical, you can't see that. Interesting problem. I'm grabbing my side project. So I'm currently getting ready to paint this. But this is the Mina the Hollower sculpt that I did. Look at her. I printed her out and I've been priming and finishing the surfaces, ready for doing some airbrushing and stuff like that. So this is one I made in the stream, and I'll probably put up the model on my Patreon as well as Colts 3D once I've painted it and made it look good. But right now it's kind of like, there's a few things I want to change in how the joints interact, but it's going to be fine for me. But yeah, I'm very happy with how the print looks great. I'm very happy with how the print is looking. There's like little hands and stuff. Boop, little tiny hand. And then the body, the jacket. I'm really proud of the jacket because the jacket was very thin and it looks really good. So I use a couple of things for the supports. I'll use, let me clean up this real quick. I use, so I'm using resin. I used a resin printer for that. And then to cut it, I just have figured out settings that you can just kind of break them off and then I sand it. I just have some really neat little sanders. We got a couple of different options. One's like a sanding, this little tiny model sanding sponges. And then I've got a couple of like little, just a bunch of little strips. These little things that are various like strips and sanding pads and like a metal file set that is meant for small sanding that you can get wet, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I think I want to like rotate this just a little bit out like that. I think that'll look better. So yeah, I just have to, it takes a little bit of time to clean up, but it works out pretty well. That looks good. All right, I want to do the tail next. I think that sounds fun. Yeah, I've looked at that. So I have a weird problem in that I basically take anything I earn from like Patreon or my Etsy store and I just kind of put it back into the business because my fursuit making stuff is what makes me enough money to survive off of, and the other stuff kind of is like my hobbying fund, if that makes sense. So I have 2 different electric sanders that are like micro sanders, and then I have a very old Dremel tool. And I have just a bunch of these different tools that I've used, but I feel like the hand sanders tend to be the best for stuff because I can kind of finagle things in a way that makes sense to me. So yeah. All right, let's add another tube. This time we're gonna go like boop, and then we will go to the path. This will go into there. Probably simplify this a little bit. Looks pretty good. Yes, good. And then we validate. And now we get a radius thing. All right, so the big question is, I want to do a profile. It's weird how that works, huh? Zero. That looks great. All right, so now I want to isolate this layer. And we're gonna go like front view. See how it's so weird how the like twist of it just like determines. It's just let me undo that. And we're gonna go back to get rid of the twist, go to the I-beam profile. We're gonna it's just so weird to me where it decides to put things. And we're gonna rotate you. I want you to be at the top like that. That's good. Okay. Get rid of the rotation. Is there a way to just, well, give it symmetry there? Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. Okay, so we'll go back here and give it symmetry here. Can I rotate that now? Or is that just gonna leave that there? 'Cause I feel like undo. So what I want to do is I want to like full screen this. Come on, zoom out. Don't grab. I want like that kind of shape. Why did you do that for? All right, so that's kind of that shape, right? I want it to be kind of like chunky. Maybe, can I turn off snapping? Because it's kind of holding me back. Yeah, maybe it's like, something like that. Okay, do that, yeah, because that's gonna sharpen those and smooth that out, and maybe this goes in a little bit. Kind of like that. That's kind of cool. Maybe like a little bit more funky shape like that. Okay, let's get rid of that. And now we rotate this around. So it's like that. That feels pretty good. All right, let's not solo anymore, and let's see how that looks from that view. That looks pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna take this. I want to subdivide a little bit further, and then we're gonna validate it. And then I'm gonna take, I'm gonna smooth the tip of the tail out. That looks good. And then we're gonna go that side view again, and I just want to take the trim tool and just like boop 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 boop. And then we're gonna go back in here and polygon this. All right, this will go like that. I wish I could. It always does such detailed drawings, and I want like a quarter of this amount. Let's start up here. Start like that. Right there. If I just did like two. Yeah, that's feeling good. Start with those and just like get those going. Yeah, okay, cool. And then I'll just do these. faster. Cool. I think there is. Yeah. Yeah, I think there is. It's one of those, like, I always forget to do it when I'm doing it, and I need to play with it outside. So help me remember, and I will play with it right now. I've definitely changed it before, and it wasn't this aggressive. And I've got such like a shaky hand that any imperfections with it, oops. Okay, you go back up that way. Okay. Like that. And then we'll go back over here. So I have to use the smoothing on, which I talked about in like some of my video stuff, is like I have to use the smoothing on like any art program. I just need it. My hands are so shaky. But this particular tool is very aggressive at times. Yeah. Yeah, there's another program when I was doing the Pride Parade for Seattle. We had a furry group, and it was I was doing a vector program. I can't remember the name of it, but it's on the iPad, and it was a cool program to learn how to use. But holy cow, like anytime I had to like freehand something, it was just like way too many splines. It was so aggressive. Oh gosh. All right, that's still good. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I live in Seattle area. Cool. And with one right here. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, here we go. Oh God. Can you validate? Validate. Cool. And then we're gonna go here. We're just gonna look around. Oh, that looks cool. That's all right. All right. Can I quadrimetric? This is gonna kill the geometry. Oop. Let's do symmetrical. Less relax. That looks pretty good. Minus this spot that looks like a train wreck. Let's do, okay, let me do this. We're gonna change this to percent. That's all right. I think that'll do for what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I'm up at like Vulpine and stuff from time to time, things like that. So I started using Nomad Sculpt because during pandemic I was trying to learn. I've like used iPad stuff for a while for Procreate because the art program is pretty good. And then I got into using, what's the other one? Then I started using Blender to make VR chat avatars and trying to learn how to do that because it seemed interesting and a good pandemic hobby. And while that was cool, I had a hard time. I have a really hard time drawing on something and having it be up there. I had a Wacom tablet and I just didn't like it. Blender is a little bit chunky, so somebody recommended Nomad Sculpt, and I think I started doing it from that. Let's just do 200%. Yeah, that looks good. That looks cute. And we can do some moving, keep the symmetry on. It's too much intensity. Too intense. But yeah, so I started doing Nomad Sculpt through that, and then slowly picked up things and just like lots of trial and error, and eventually started using it for more like head sculpts and stuff. Talked to a bunch of other makers about how they used it and learned how to do it better myself, that kind of thing, and eventually got okay at it. And I feel like significantly more confident in it than I used to be. This is just too many. So just subdivide this. I'll probably make it easier to work with. Yeah, it looks good. But yeah. So I like Nomad because it's really easy. Like, I like drawing on the pad, like having this there and just being able to play around with it. It makes it so much easier for my brain. So yeah, it's just been a way better tool for connecting me with the art that I'm doing. Do I think there's value in trying to focus on making suits for locals rather than getting comms from social media? I mean, I think I prefer doing things for people that I can see in person for like multiple reasons. But I don't think that, I think that you have to have a word of mouth enough to make that work. But if you're willing to do things like parts and stuff, then I think that you can totally be a powerhouse in a region. To make parts, because there's always people needing new bodysuits or hands or feet or whatever, and they might not be the most glamorous things to make sometimes, but they can be one of the most useful, needed things, because everybody needs their bodysuits, and people's bodies change all the time. So that looks pretty cute. That looks really cute. I think we're gonna do like a little crease in here. All right, so the next thing I want to do, I want to try this. This is gonna be something new. I want to mask. Get rid of dynamic topology. I want to mask, but without. Oh, why are you not masking? What's going on? Oh, because unmask is on. That would do it. Okay, so we go 100%. We get a smaller thing here. And then we're just going to go like... here. We're gonna pin that up here. Wow, you are all over the place. So we're going to that works. Cool. So now I have theoretically a little shirt that I can work from. Is there like a, if I go face group? No. Okay, cool. So that means I can smooth a few things. Let's do it. Trim. I'll just grab like this. Boop. Actually, let's do that. I'm gonna just grab this and move it down because it's a little tall. That shirt goes like a little bit above there. Where are you at? What region? The hardest part, honestly, about a lot of this stuff is just finding other people to connect with. It is there many places they exist, but they're few and far between, or just harder to find, or that kind of stuff. So. So before I even go any further, I probably should just work on the arms, put some arms in here. Oh, yeah. That's a lot. Yeah, isn't it crazy how many people there are just like so many animals. All right, let's see. Now add arms. I gotta do the arm. Let's add another arm. Let's go. I think we can probably do similar arms on both hands. So I just need to do a curve. We'll start up here and we'll go like this. Then we'll do the path, simplify the hell out of this thing. Oh my God, merch game is hard in furry now. I was GOH last year at Denver, and I wasn't able to get in this year. And it's just like, it's a bummer because I really want to do more stuff. But it's hard to justify doing more stuff if I don't get a slot to do it. Does that make sense? So, yeah, so the biggest thing I've learned about combining objects in Nomad is face groups are the key. Right now my face groups look awful because they're all connecting, but like you can see here that like keeping the face groups different colors is really important to making it easier to figure out later. So like the shoes are a good example. The bottom are one color, the main sides are one, and the ankles are one, and then the top. And now if I want to mess with something, I can only grab certain areas. Like I can grab just the top of the shoe as opposed to grabbing the whole thing. And you can use that along with a couple other things like making your own face groups or masking to create some really dynamic shapes and options as far as like what your character is going to look like, how things are going to interact with each other, that kind of stuff. So but the face groups are really important. And there's got to be a way to import out of, I've tried a couple times, but just not looked very much to figure out how to import something face groupy into Blender to keep things separated as like materials, because Blender does it in materials and not face groups as much as from what I've seen. But yeah. That looks pretty good. And then we validate. Actually, we're going to make it a little bit more detailed because it's a little bit small. We'll validate it. And then this is gross, so we'll smooth this. It's a little funky, so we'll grab some moves. Oh my God. Yeah. Blender is, I like to think of Blender as like a Swiss Army knife. It's like really, it can do a lot of stuff. So many things that I just don't even understand. I see people like, I'll watch Instagram videos of people doing like crazy crap in Blender. And I'm like, I have no idea what even you're doing, like these like nodes and making rendering steps and stuff. And I'm like, I have no idea how you're doing what you're doing. And I appreciate it, but I like can't figure it out. But there's so many things that are like animations and stuff that I would never use, though I have been thinking a lot about playing with a model and getting it to the point where I could like actually like animate with it. because that could be a lot of fun. This is a little funky. Let's flatten. I'm playing with some shapes here. Actually, let's subdivide it because it looks gross. Come back. But yeah, you can do so much with it, but it doesn't like, it's not as good at every one of those things as some of the other things are. Though I do love finishing models in Blender, because like being able to actually grab nodes and move things around is really nice. Like when I was finishing up the Mina sculpt that I was working on, the ability to like be like, grab this point and merge it and delete this whole section, because sometimes geometry in Nomad gets a little funky on the insides of stuff. And it can be a little bit frustrating to deal with. This is looking pretty good. Can you do the thing? Thank you. Oh yeah, yeah. It's got, and then there's some like other things, but even like, so I paid for quad remesher for this, and for Blender, and it's way better in this. Blender, it just chews up detail real bad for some reason, and I can't. I've been playing around with settings and stuff for a while, and I just don't get quite the same quality with it as I do with in Nomad, because of the face group stuff again. And that was like $60 add-on there, and it was like 15 for this. So it's like I swear by it and I love it, but I can't use it. Ooh, this arm looks so gross from this angle. Sometimes I forget to turn things around. That's looking good. Okay, now if I drab it again, how about I just mirror this? Boop. And I split it. And then I grab the second one and bake it. Cool, I like that more. And maybe like a little bit of like a rotate it out a little bit. And then like a... Cool. I might just steal the hands, one of the hands that I've done from a previous one, because sometimes hands are hard and I don't know if I want to do them again, you know, sometimes hands are hard. I'm almost to the point where I kind of want to take a break and save the head for next week because I feel like I'm liking this a lot, but at the same time, ooh. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to stop here for this week. Pretty happy with that. I'm running off of very little sleep this week, so this is pretty dang good. Let me line it back up. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. And I want to finish her, but I think I want to let it sit. I've done a lot of difficult stuff. And I want to come back with fresh eyes because I have a lot of weird detail to do. And I kind of want to play around with, I think this one I might try to UV unwrap and make into a thing, but we'll see. I think I'll need to like decrease the pixel count here to try to make that work. But I've got a program that I've been wanting to play with UV unwrapping kind of stuff and experiencing that a little bit more, even though I know that's less of what I need to do as far as like what I'm working on typically. But yeah. Oops. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. She's looking great. Cool. All right, cool. I'm gonna call it good though, but I had a good time. Oh, I should do I have to do my stream thumbnail thing where I go. Wait, I gotta do the screen capture of it. Let me, how do I do this? Let me finish the studio mode here. And can I like full screen this video? View to full screen? It didn't change very much, but that's fine. We can do like that. I can get in the picture better. Be like, and then I go. Cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have a bunch of these videos. I try to post to Patreon. I'm the worst at as an ADHD person, I don't need to use this to justify it. It's so hard for me to post to each individual thing, but I've been trying to, I often will message my friend and tell them like what I'm working on. And so what I've been trying to do is copy that and then paste it into things. Oh, is the frame rate dropping when I do it? That's hilarious. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. Oh, my internet just died. Oh God. It shouldn't be dropping as I'm doing that too. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my internet today, but it's definitely been bad. So I'll go yell at my network manager, which is my husband. He's next door. Don't tell him I said that. But yeah, thank you guys for coming in. It was really fun. I really enjoyed meeting you new people. Thanks for hanging out with me here. I'll be back next week. I'm gonna finish this up. I'll be on normally at like 7. This week it was a little early. I'm going to a meeting thing later to figure out some things for a future event. But other than that, I think it was great to have you all here. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next time here on the Fuzz Academy. Bye. Bye.